Now, which Rex is this? Is that our girl Rexy? Or is that the juvenile? Testing. Is she testing the fences? That's the juvenile. Take 19. Oh boy. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Oh, he's gonna run for the Jeep.
Come on, Arnold.
It's the middle of the night. He's not picking up. He's not gonna pick up.
Arnold.
Muldoon, it's Nick.
Stay in the truck, Nick. Don't get out.
Yep, I saw it stumble. It's still behind the crate.
Okay. Try calling control again.
Yep.
They should have a whole team dedicated to incidents like this. I don't understand why it's all up to just Muldoon and John Arnold. Well, I guess I kind of get it with John Hammond sparing every expense possible, but in Jurassic World, they had an entire team ready to mobilize and deal with an asset out of containment. Very shy Baryonyx. Scared him good. At least at this size, it's not fully grown, but lethal nevertheless. peek over. I don't see anything. Oh, oh. There she is.
The Baryonyx is sedated and stable. She's breathing well. Heart rate's elevated, but not dangerously so. That's to be expected under the current circumstances. Jerry Harding has not arrived yet. The crane crew managed to lift her out of the jungle about 10 minutes ago and set her back on the main road for examination and strap her for transport. Quite a sight, I'll admit. 600 kilograms of angry theropod hanging from cables. Not something you forget quickly. From what I can piece together, the accident began after she violently thrashed about in her container. Subsequently, she took a hard fall. The impact must have disoriented her badly. Baryonyx are usually quite sure-footed animals, low center of gravity, powerful hind limbs, excellent balance. This one wasn't thinking clearly. She staggered after the container broke open.
Okay, so 600 kilograms is roughly 1,322 ounces. So a ton plus 300 pounds. Oh.
Crossed the concrete roadside barrier and wandered straight into the jungle. Didn't get far, 20 meters perhaps, then collapsed, likely from shock, trauma, or neurological disorientation. Could be all three. What concerns me is that this behavior doesn't entirely fit simple panic. A frightened animal runs, fast. This one stumbled, moved as if she had no sense of orientation at all. That suggests possible head trauma, concussion perhaps, inner ear damage as well. If that's the case, we may be dealing with more than bruising. Baryonyx are semi-aquatic hunters. They rely heavily on coordination, balance, and fast reaction speed. Compromise those systems, and you don't just have an injured animal. You have an animal that may never hunt or move normally again. That's what worries me. Right now, we'll be checking pupils, limb response, and cranial reflexes. Hopefully, she simply needs rest, but until she wakes and we observe her properly, I'm not making any assumptions.
Well, her eyes are open, right?
A fence diagnostic unit. Patented by InGen. Simple device really, measures voltage across localized sections of electric fencing. Control gives us alerts and readouts, but that system only shows broad fluctuations across the park. A bird's eye overview. Useful but not precise. This unit is more practical. Lets us isolate fence performance in granular sections, down to the
Bert.
meter. Microfractures in insulators, corrosion in the wiring, current leakage through wet grounding points, the sort of wear and weather damage that doesn't always trip an alarm, but still weakens the fence enough to matter. And with animals like these, weak enough is all they need. The objective is straightforward. Find any weakness in the current. Any section weak enough that our friends inside could push through or otherwise traverse the wires without receiving a full charge. I'm almost certain one of the raptors here got out and killed Sam. The question is how? The raptor from
How
the electrical
indeed.
substation and the one I shot on the river, those remain troubling anomalies. I still can't account for them. More and more I'm beginning to suspect something unusual is happening during transport from Isla Sorna. Some kind of containment anomaly, human error, mechanical failure, or something worse.
They're breeding.
That's a separate matter. But first things first, I need to determine whether these girls have found a way out of this enclosure. They've tested fences for as long as I've known them. Not mindlessly either. Systematically watching, learning, probing for weaknesses. That's what makes them dangerous. They don't simply attack barriers, they study them. And today I'll find out whether their persistence has finally paid off. Though I will admit Hammond made a fair point. If they truly can escape this enclosure, then why return? Why come back into captivity? I haven't been able to answer that. A predator doesn't willingly surrender freedom, not without a reason, which leaves me with two possibilities. Either they aren't escaping at all, or they're leaving for purposes we still don't understand. Frankly, I'm not sure which possibility concerns me more. It's really got me thinking.
I still don't understand the stone thing.
What are you doing?
I guess he doesn't either. Oh, I hear one somewhere else.
Ah, shit. There goes the voltage meter. InGen is really going to hate me.
What do we got here? What do we have here? Compies everywhere.
Ah, here she is. Jerry's had a chance to see her again this morning. She definitely did suffer a concussion, at minimum. Possibly vestibular trauma. The past couple of days she's been behaving like an animal that's lost its sense of balance. Disorientation. She was fittingly named Daisy. If there's swelling in the brain or internal bleeding, her condition could worsen very quickly. But Jerry's apparently quite confident that the bleeding has stopped, confirmed by imaging of her skull. We're keeping her here in this holding pen alone for the moment, and on Jerry's say-so, we'll be moving her into the Baryonyx exhibit, where she'll be reunited with her penmates. They arrived here from Sauna yesterday without issue.
It could just be the trauma of transporting the animal, too.
Dig this section up to install a moat around the enclosure, and here's one of our new additions. Essentially a bipedal crocodile, for lack of a better description. This is Violet, one of our 4 Baryonyx. They are all just over a year old, but she'll be towering a few feet over me in no time. And here we've got the animal's namesake. Baryonyx means heavy claw. Hers aren't full size just yet, but she'll use them to... Violet, more like violence. She's still on edge because she's in a new home. Designing a habitat for a semi-aquatic predator is rather more complicated than simply digging a large pond or isolating a branch of the jungle river. Baryonyx spend a great deal of time moving between the land and water, so the banks have to be shallow enough to prevent slips, but firm enough to support nearly a ton of animal climbing out repeatedly daily. Water quality presents another challenge. A predator that feeds largely on fish produces an enormous biological load. We really don't want guests to arrive at this exhibit, only to be greeted by the smell of rotting fish. Without continuous filtration, the water becomes toxic quickly. We've also incorporated varying depth throughout the enclosure. Environmental complexity is every bit as important as security. A well-designed enclosure shouldn't simply contain an animal. It should allow it to behave like one. Violet's becoming familiar with the prey items in the river. Baryonyx are piscivores, and the jungle river is stocked full of tilapia and catfish, so Violet's most likely judging which prey would be easiest to ambush. Rather than chase fish through the river, Baryonyx will stand perfectly still in shallow water. The fish gradually stop noticing them. Once one swims within range, the animal will strike. Sit-and-wait predation is a far more efficient strategy than constant pursuit, and one you'll see employed by everything from crocodiles to herons. That one's name is Rose. She's the youngest of the group. What she's doing there is called gaping, similar to a crocodile, but not for quite the same reasons. Most dinosaurs aren't truly cold-blooded. We believe they produce a fair amount of their own body heat. But in this tropical climate, they still need to dump excess heat. Holding the mouth open exposes the moist tissues of the mouth and throat, helping them cool off. If anything, it's a sign she's comfortable, and comfortable animals make my life easier. Let's go find our last Baryonyx.
So much of the park that we never got to see. I like it.
The plesiosaur tank, now empty thanks to my stupidity. Rest in peace, little buggers. I'm sure InGen will have replacements soon. We're not here for that. Here's the underwater view through to the Baryonyx enclosure. It's been given a river aesthetic, as opposed to the deep-sea look of the marine reptiles exhibit behind me. And with any luck, we'll get to see the last of our Baryonyx.
Now, can they swim around like a fish, or, you know, do they still need ground to stand on?
No, it's a no-show. Nope,
Well,
here she
there
is. This is the eldest and the largest of our Baryonyx. And continuing the naming convention, this, of course, is Hyacinth.
Lovely little crew of critters.
Apart from the mishap the other night, I like it when things just work out.
Gatekeeper, crane is powered down, good to approach.
Yep. I don't see it.
Just open her up and let the scent canister inside do the work.
Hopefully we don't have any major incidents.
Okay, done.
She'll come out on her own time.
Still don't see it.
She'll come.
I'd be so nervous to be in there. I mean, you're safe up top, but still. One wrong move, one jolt at the cage, you're going to come crashing down on the ground below.
It's open, just waiting on her to get inside. Prepare the
Connor, what happened?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Connor, get into the container. We'll raise you up.
Oh!
Oh my God. Lift me up. Lift me up.
These are some of the stupidest employees I have ever seen.